This is a light box that is used in interior design, and we use the light box in order to synthesize lighting conditions in an interior space. So when we're making color selections and we're making fabric selections, we use the light box in order to identify which lighting is going to work better for the scheme that we've developed. And in interior design, this will be something that you become very familiar with, and we have one in our studio here at Tri-C. Warm white is the lighting that is in the far right, and incandescent lighting is the one that's in the left. Now we can also change the color based off the tabs to cool white, and we see how that changes pretty drastically. And then we can go to the other side and change the lighting to daylight. Daylighting and cool white look pretty similar, but even the cool white is going to be slightly warmer than a natural daylight. As you can see in the natural daylight, it's going to give a natural tint, so it's going to be slightly blue. Welcome to the light demo. Today we're going to discuss how light changes and affects the things that we make selections for in our interior spaces. So today we're going to use some samples where I'm going to put each one under the light, and we're going to see how they change under each type of light. This week we've discussed the different types of light, the incandescent lighting, the fluorescent lighting, and LED lighting, as well as natural lighting. So now we're going to get a good idea as to how each one of those types of lighting are going to change our selections in a particular space. So first we're going to put these two selections together under the cool white light. We all know that fluorescent lamps come in a cool white option and a warm white option. So first we'll put them under the cool white option here. And if you notice under the cool white option, the blue or the cool color scheme gets a little bit more vibrant, and also the warm color scheme flushes out just a little bit more. It's not as bold, it's not as red. So the cool white is going to give kind of an even keel or an even determination as to the lighting that, or the color that's being used in a particular space. Now we're going to switch to the other light box that has the warm white light. Warm white light comes in a fluorescent option, so you can get both warm or cool. And under the warm white, we notice how this color scheme changes very drastically. So here under the warm white, the cooler seems has more of a red tint to it, and the warmer actually gets more vibrant under the warm white light. So these color changes are very important when we're talking about lighting and how we're going to select and how lighting affects our color selection as well. So now we're going to change this to daylighting. So we're going to go from warm white to daylight, and notice the changes in the daylight. So the daylight is going to be very similar to the cool white light. Now we're going to change it to incandescent. Notice how it gets a lot dimmer, and you have a red or yellow tone that really accents the red or the warm color scheme. So the incandescent does make that color scheme come to life just a little bit more and is more vibrant, but the cool dims down, and it kind of has a different or the opposite effect on the cool color scheme. So incandescent is going to typically work better if you have warmer color schemes versus your cooler color schemes, whereas your warm white light is going to be brighter than your incandescent, but it also looks better for your warm color scheme. So the red is going to look better under warm white. It's also going to look better under incandescent light, versus your cool color schemes are going to look better in daylighting and also cool white light. Okay, so determining what you want, what colors you want to pop and what you want to be more vivid are going to really affect the type of lighting that you have in a particular space. And if you have a particular color scheme like direct complementary, where you have a cool and a warm, you're going to want to pick something that's closer to the daylight or the warm white light, so that it is going to treat both colors similarly or the same.